If this video gets 200 likes within the next 24 hours, I will be posting 2 episodes of my reaction to Gintama the next day. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And let's jump into the episode. Okay, episode 302, man. Man, and the soundtrack, I think it's somewhat elevating the scenes even more and the tension. Man, he's alive. I'm so happy. Man. Oh no. Man, that's an epic moment. Oh yeah, the one of the heads of Oniwaban. Oh man. There was a backup plan for the backup plan for Zenzo. But man, if anything, I'm worried about Zenzo's life. Because this would put him against... Definitely. Because eventually, Takasugi, Kamui, Abuto would learn about the Shogun's still alive. So he would be considered, I guess, he did not, I guess, fulfill the contract that he's supposed to have. So, man, I'm worried now for Zenzo. At last episode, I was sort of worried about Okita, man. Okita really stepped up and at that moment. I'm really so impressed how he was able to fight toe to toe with Kamui. So, and I guess the last episode was the Shogun, man. So yeah, I don't know what to expect in this episode, and man, it's just so tense, and the soundtrack, when that kind of ominous sound playing, you could feel that at any moment something bad might happen, someone might die. And man, I'm so worried for Zenzo because he has put himself. But I guess he prepared himself to do that, and I guess for the Shogun, he's willing to sacrifice his life for that. I'm assuming. Yeah, I think. And now it makes sense why I mean why Zenzo wanted Gin to be with Sachan. Oh. Whoa. That's oh. Whoa. That's wow. I guess she's Momochi. So much for being a ninja. Man. Part 3. Ninja Soul. Oh. I'm so worried for Zenzo. Oh, I guess this is like what was the name of Gaara's brother? Kankuro. And where's Okita? I forgot about Okita. Dark continent. Oh man, I thought I wouldn't be laughing anymore, but this is a good, I guess, little bit of breather for that intense moment. Yeah, he knows what Takasugi would want. Oh, he knows where to go next. Yeah. I think Takasugi is smart enough to figure that out. Man. Just wants chaos. Man. Man, I'm so excited. Because Gin is now starting, I guess, I think it is now realizing that this is still somewhat, I guess, connected to them. Man, I thought that they're going to at least have a day off, a breather, before another attack, but man, here they are. And he thought Tsubashi was so underwhelming. I think Zenzo also might have accounted for this. Oh, he set up bombs for the ship. But he's really skilled. I think this is the only time he went all out. He's always like, I guess, goofing around. He never take things seriously. Man, Sachan. Ah, reinforcements. But I did not expect this to happen at the next episode already. Man. Because their sacrifice would be in vain. And especially Zenzo. Oh. Yeah, I think we saw that when he was with Katsura. That he's also a good commander. He's really skilled. I think it makes sense for him to be like trained like that. Ah man, there's so much foreshadowing it though. Oh, Abuto. Oh man. Oh, this would be a great rematch with Kagura. Oh no, but that's a lot. Oh man, they need. Man, I'm worried for Shinpachi. At least they have. Yeah. Yeah, they're the universe strongest. And I hope Sakamoto and Katsura will come. Oh, so you. Oh, Matsudaira. Oh, yeah, we had the Shinsengumi. But I'm worried because I think Takasugi's still working with I guess because Mima Warigumi is part of Hitotsubashi's group. Oh, Maiza knew. Oh, yeah, makes sense. I think that's one of the other thing that made me that convinced me that Shige died at that moment because the first time we saw Maizu's action, he was so surprised. He was so worried. Man, but I'm so worried for Zenzo because Takasugi is there and I guess the Kihetai is there. But yeah, he's doing well so far. Yeah, but he's alone. Oh, he rescued the double. Man, man, they're like what was Genin's in Naruto. That's why I love Shige. Yeah. Look at Chachan. Yeah. He's here. Ah!
しげしげ、ようやく名前で呼んでくれたな。もう呼べる機会もないだろうからな。次会うときは
Oh man. Man, look at Sachan. Zenzo! I don't. Not ready.
共に戦えるといいな。この国がために。どうやら俺はつくづく忠義だ忠節だのとは縁遠いらしい。
Enforcements.
ようやくその時が来たってのにわかんねえだろう。俺らしいといえば俺らしい。仕組んだ王殿のために死ぬやつはただのバカ者だが。
He'd die for his friend.
しげしげ。ただの立ち子のために死ぬやつはそいつはもっと大バカ者だろう。
Sachan! Sachan! That's so epic. Oh man, it's over. Man. Man. This episode is giving me a heart attack. Man. Man, I thought they killed him at the is they all man. From the first episode, I thought it was Shige. The next episode, I thought Okita might die. I guess even Kagura, I almost thought for an instant. Man, then man, that was so clutch with Sachan. And yeah, I'm slowly trying to prepare myself. I guess still somewhat hoping that maybe a reinforcement would arrive. But man, when they showed that scene where he's around those, I guess those guys, seems like they already um trusted their katanas within him. And at that point, I cannot imagine him surviving that. And yeah, but I'm still worried. I'm worried for Sachan. Man, you cannot really relax in this episode. And I thought that we're going to at least have a little bit of I guess we had the moment, a very short moment of a scene where we had the breather with the I guess with the I forgot Momo-chan with her I guess with the her toilet things and with Shige and yeah with Kondo and oh where's them where's I didn't forget about Kondo in with and Hijikata. So man, I think I'm going to cry in almost every episode with what they're doing. And I think they're just man, because you could definitely feel the tension. You could definitely feel that they're somewhat setting up a specific person will die. This episode, it was they definitely foreshadowed and I guess put a lot of death flags for Zenzo, and they even have gave him I guess the backstory with Shige and with Sachan, man. Sachan's so adorable. And yeah. And yeah, they suddenly they're already there at the Iga, and yeah, and knew about I guess Takasugi's character that would not end at just killing the shogun. So I guess his main goal so far that I know is that he wants to use Hitotsubashi I guess, as a shogun and manipulate him and I guess control over the Edo. But I think his main goal, I guess, aside from that, is to get revenge to the Tendoshu. I think that's the main big goal that eventually he's aiming for, and um, this is just like stepping stones for him to prepare for that. And yeah, also with the Yato, and it's also with the backstory of the Iga and the Oniwaban. And I think the one of the amazing part as well, I guess we learned, is that the history of Shige and Chachan and Denza. We already seen it from the last episode, but I think they've explored it even more in this episode. And we all we've already knew how great of a person the Shogun is, um from just the his appearances and his arcs that we've been with him, that he's a really selfless person. I think it also somewhat highlighted during his time with Katsura, and yeah, and also with his skills as a, not just as I guess he's not really just um someone you would protect. He has the capabilities of to defend himself, and he's the kind of person that would sacrifice himself for someone else, even though he is considered, of course, to be the most important person in Edo. I think that gives makes his character a lot more admirable and someone that you would really consider as a leader. And I think that's they kept showcasing that, and even in this episode. And I think Gin said it best to him. And I think even though Shigeshige wanted to, I guess, protect, I guess, to save his friend Zenzo, his life is still very important. That the lives of the doubles, the lives of those who tried to protect him, would be in vain if he will just risk his life. And but you still kind of understand him, because that's his personality. And but yeah, if anything, it kind of feel bad. I guess Zenzo, I guess only Gin expected Takasugi to lose, because I think the main reason Zenzo really um killed the double in the first place is to at least, I guess, because yeah, I think maybe he thought it might end the conflict with Takasugi's group and with the uh, Kamui's group. I think if at this episode he eventually realized that what really Takasugi is aiming for is he needs to find, I guess, an scapegoat or fall guy, for fall group, for to take the blame for the death of Shige, because I think they officially announced that he's dead. So I think that will be the opportunity, because while Shige is out of the Edo, think I think Hitotsubashi has already somewhat taken the position of the shogun. So I think that's another conflict or problem that they will have to face eventually. Because now I think the authority might have already shifted, even though they're already here. And I think it's just that it's not stopping there. I think Takasugi wants to remove I guess cut off the loose ends, and to make sure that, I guess, their takeover will be fully complete. And I think once he done that, I think that's when he will eventually target the Tendoshu. Or I guess maybe another thing is that maybe he's expecting the Tendoshu to make a move, and I guess with Hitotsubashi. So maybe that's. But I think from the courtesan arc, I think that Hitotsubashi's group and the Tendoshu are somewhat not really in cahoots. They're somewhat, I think, is also in. against each other. So I wonder what will I guess eventually develop with that. And I think was it was forgot his name, the guy from the Tandoshu said that yeah, the one that they are I think trying to prepare that they're going to face is, I guess, Yoshida's shoyu soup. And we still haven't gone to that part. And another thing that I think also I still remember when Takasugi, I guess it was from Benizakura. I think it was from Benizakura. I still remember Takasugi's line where he doesn't really want to take the government. He doesn't really want to create a revolution to make the government a bit much better. I think he said that he just wanted chaos. I think he's just like in a rampage. He wants to destroy everything. I guess it's his way of, I guess, expressing his mourning for the death of their master. Is from, I think, yeah, it was also from the courtesan arc where they somewhat mentioned that Takasugi is also sad that him and Gintoki are both grieving for their master. I think eventually we will go into that, and I guess see a lot more for, I guess, more of Takasugi's character. And I think that's the thing that will eventually might be conflicted with Kamui, because Kamui's, I think he's like the wild card in all of this, and he just wants to fight. And um I guess the other part with the Harusam is that I guess they also want to profit from this. But I think Kamui also was eyeing to fight Gintoki from the Yoshiwara arc. So I wonder if we will get to see that as well. And yeah, also with Okita, I'm really relieved that at least he was able to escape. I guess he's really about was able to escape because the ships were falling down. So good thing Maizo, I think, took care of that, and I think he's somewhat resting for now. But they're really somewhat lacking now in terms of manpower if we're going to face off Yatos, the Kihetai, and maybe even the Hitotsubashi clan and the Mimawa Regumis. Yeah, I'm really still very, very scared. I don't think this fear of someone dying, I don't think it will end with how fast the pace is moving right now. Man, the pace is it's so rapid. From the beginning of the episode and then until, I guess, we had backstories, but man, the assaults of the enemy, it's always out there. It's just a few. It seems like it's only a matter of hours. They're already there. Man, it's just so intense and so scary in this situation. And of course, the soundtrack also amplifies that and makes me even more anxious on what's about to happen. So yeah, I think so far, um, good thing Sachin saved Zenzo, but I'm still super worried because it's just the two of them, and Takasugi and the Kieta is there. And hopefully Gintoki, man, but Gintoki is, they're going to face Abuto's group, so that's the thing. Man, I guess maybe Kondo and Hijikata, but their priority is Shige. So man, I'm super worried for Sachin and Zenzo. Man. So yeah, that's what I think of this episode. There's a lot of things in this happening in this episode, and man, it's just at the same time the intensity is also overwhelming. And yeah, I'm really, every time I continue each episode, there's always a fear within me. And even though I'm excited, looking forward to it. Somewhat, I feel like I don't, I kind of don't want to see at the same time because I have a really strong feeling that they might kill someone off, and the only people that is, of course, the the plot plot armor only really I think would fall under Kagura, Shinpachi, and Gintoki. That's it. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this episode. And if you did enjoy, please leave a like. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also, if you notice a little bit, maybe the audio, I think I somewhat tweaked the audio, so hopefully it's much better. There isn't that much background noise or the I think static noise. Hopefully it's sounding like that. But let me know also if you noticed any difference, if it's better or if it's nothing really changed that much. So it would really be helpful, I guess, for me to at least try to improve as well the recording, and because I'm not really that familiar, and um yeah, I'm still not really used to, I guess, the tweaks, the things that technicalities with, I guess, the setups for the recording. And also, if you want to watch my reaction to the next episode right now, you can check it out in the link in the description down below on my Patreon. And it will really help support this channel and be able to sustain this channel moving forward, and be able to, you will also have the benefit of having a full length early access on my Patreon if you decide to support my channel. So thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.